January 16th, Genesis 46 and 47. Genesis 46. And Israel set out with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and slaughtered slaughterings to the Elohim of his father Yitzhak. And Elohim spoke to Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. And he said, I am the Elohim of your father. Do not be afraid to go down to Mitzrayim, for I shall make you there into a great nation. I myself am going down with you to Mitzrayim, and I myself shall certainly bring you up again, and let Yosef put his hand on your eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel brought their father Jacob and their little ones and their wives in their wagons which Pharaoh had sent to transport him. And they took their livestock and their property which they had acquired in the land of Canaan, and came to Mitzrayim, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed he brought with him into Mitzrayim. And these were the names of the children of Israel, Jacob and his sons, who came into Mitzrayim. Reuben, and Jacob was Jacob's firstborn. And the sons of Reuben, Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. And the sons of Shimon, Yimuel, Yamin, Ohad, and Yakin, and Sor, and Saul, son of a Canaanite woman. And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. And the sons of Yehuda, Onan, Shelah, and Peretz, and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Peretz were Hezron and Hamul. And the sons of Issachar, Tol, Puah, Yob, and Shimron. And the sons of Zebulun, Sirid, Elon, and Yaleli. No. Yaliel. These were the sons of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob in Paddan Aram, and his daughter Dinah, with his daughter Dinah. All the beings of his sons and daughters were 33. And the sons of Gad, Tishphon, and Hagi, Shuni, and Itzbon, Eri, and Arodi, and Arli. And the sons of Asher, Yimnah, and Yishwi, and Beriah, and Sirah, their sister. And the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malkiel. These were the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bore to Jacob 16 beings. The sons of Rael, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. And to Joseph in the land of Mitzrayim were born Manasseh and Ephraim, whom Ashnath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bore to him. And the sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, and Ashbel, Gra, and Naaman, Iyah, and Rosh, Muppim, and Huppim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rael, who were born to Jacob, 14 beings in all. And the son of Dan, Hashim. And the sons of Naphtali, Yatziel, and Guni, and Yetzir, and Shelim. These were the sons of Bilhah, whom Laban gave to Rahel his daughter, and she bore these to Jacob, 7 beings in all. All the beings who went with Jacob to Mitzrayim, who came from his body, besides Jacob's sons' wives, were 66 beings in all. And the sons of Yosef, who were born to him in Mitzrayim, were 2 beings. All the beings of the house of Jacob who went to Mitzrayim were 70. And he sent Yehudah before him to Yosef, to point out before him the way to Goshen. And they came to the land of Goshen. And Yosef made ready his chariot, and went up to Goshen to meet his father Yisrael, and he appeared to him, and fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a long time. And Yisrael said to Yosef, Now let me die, since I have seen your face, that you are still alive. And Yosef said to his brothers, and to his father's household, I am going up to inform Pharaoh, and say to him, My brothers and those of my father's house, who are in the land of Canaan, have come to me. And the men are shepherds, that they have been men of livestock, and they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. And it shall be, when Pharaoh calls you and says, What is your occupation? That you shall say, Your servants have been men of livestock from our youth, even till now, both we and also our fathers, so that you dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination to the Mitzrites. Genesis 47. Then Yosef went and spoke to Pharaoh, and said, My father and my brothers, their flocks and their herds, and all that they possess, have come from the land of Canaan, and see, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took 5 men from among his brothers, and presented them to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to his brothers, What is your occupation? And they said to Pharaoh, Your servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. And they said to Pharaoh, We have come to dwell in the land, because there is no pasture for your servants' flocks, for scarcity of food is severe in the land of Canaan. And now, let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And Pharaoh spoke to Yosef, saying, Your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Mitzrayim is before you. Settle your father and brothers in the best of the land. Let them dwell in the land of Goshen. And if you know of capable men among them, then make them chief herdsmen over my livestock. And Yosef brought his father Jacob, and set him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Jacob, How old are you? And Jacob said to Pharaoh, The days of the years of my sojournings are 130 years. Few and evil have been the days of the years of my life, and they have not reached the days of the years of the life of my fathers, in the days of their sojournings. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and went out from before Pharaoh. So Yosef settled his father and his brothers, and gave them a possession in the land of Mitzrayim, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Yosef provided his father and his brothers and all his household with bread for the mouth of the little ones. Now there was no bread in all the land, because the scarcity of food was severe, and the land of Mitzrayim and all the land of Canaan had become exhausted from scarcity of food. And Yosef gathered up all the silver that was found in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan, for the grain which they bought. And Yosef brought the silver into Pharaoh's house. And when the silver was all spent in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan, all the Mitzrites came to Yosef and said, Give us bread, for why shall we die in your presence? For the silver is gone. And Yosef said, Give your livestock, and I give bread for your livestock. Give you bread for your livestock, if the silver is gone. So they brought their livestock to Yosef, and Yosef gave them bread in exchange for the horses, and for the flocks they owned, for the herds they owned, and for the donkeys. Thus he fed them with bread in exchange for all their livestock that year. And when that year had ended, they came to him the next year and said, We do not hide from my master that our silver is all spent, and my master also has the livestock we owned. There has not been left any before my master, but our bodies and our lands. But why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and let us and our land be servants of Pharaoh. And give us seed, and let us live and not die. and let the land not lie waste. And Yosef bought the entire land of Mitzrayim for Pharaoh, because every man of the Mitzrites sold his field, because the scarcity of food was severe upon them, and the land came to be Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he moved them into the cities, from one end of the borders of Mitzrayim to the other. Only the ground of the priests did he not buy, for the priests had from what Pharaoh gave them by law, and they ate that which Pharaoh gave them by law. Therefore they did not sell their ground. And Yosef said to the people, Look, I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh. Look, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. And it shall be that in the harvest you shall give 1/5 to Pharaoh, and 4/5 is your own, as seed for the field, and for your food, for those of your households, and as food for your little ones. And they said, You have saved our lives. Let us find favor in the eyes of my master, and we shall become Pharaoh's servants. And Yosef made it a law over the land of Mitzrayim to this day, that Pharaoh should have 1/5, except for the ground of the priests only, which did not become Pharaoh's. And Israel dwelt in the land of Mitzrayim, in the land of Goshen, and they had possessions there, and were fruitful, and increased exceedingly. And Jacob lived in the land of Mitzrayim 17 years. So the length of Jacob's life was 147 years. And the time for Israel to die drew near, and he called his son Yosef, and said to him, Now if I have found favor in your eyes, please put your hand under my thigh, and show loving commitment and truth to me. Please do not bury me in Mitzrayim. But I shall lie with my fathers, and you shall take me up out of Mitzrayim, and bury me in their burial place. And he said, I do as you have said. And he said, Swear to me. And he swore to him. And Yisrael bowed himself on the head of the bed.